Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Thanks for the re-up, Addy, babe. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all you guys out there too. Hopefully you treated your significant others to significant treats, and hopefully everyone had a good time. Just trying to get out of the park baseball to work because apparently the screen wanted to die. Uh, oh, never mind. No, I do not want to quit. All right. Did I export? Does anyone know? Did I export today? Let me check. The Sim Preview is up on the Stats Plus. That's working now that we've had a full 7 days of sim time, and I've uploaded the data files it needs. So one of the highlighted series is actually one we're going to do tonight. It's New York and Chicago, and I'll get to the details of that. Well, I already kind of explained it in Slack, but I'll get to the details of that in a minute. It is the home opener for Chicago. They are the defending Bull Cup champs, much to everyone's chagrin, and they are playing the New York Dragons, who are the only other team in the league to have 5 championships. So these are, I know their last one was a little while ago, but there's historical reason here why this is a significant series. And so we're unveiling the banner. I did that earlier on Slack, the championship banner for the Pitbulls, and they are playing the only other team to have 5 championships. So congrats again, Scott, on your record-setting 4th consecutive one in 2023, and of course your league record-tying 5th. All right, and just exported. I think Addy just exported a few minutes ago as well. I'm just double checking to make sure I did. Yeah, it's the only time we never used to do back-to-back sims, but like I said, before COVID, we had a much slower pace. I'm drinking tea tonight, but I will switch to beer after the tea's done and our cheesecake is done. We're just splitting a very tasty strawberry cheesecake. I'll give you guys 3 guesses where this delicious cheesecake came from. It's a surprising source. I'll give you a hint, it's not a cheesecake store. So it's not like Cheesecake Factory or something. But try and guess where this cheesecake came from. It's a chain. It's a well-known chain. And it's not just that Addie didn't bake it. I'm sure she could bake a cheesecake. Pizza Hut. Okay, well, you know what? You're not far off. It is sort of a greasy type chain. Pizza Hut's not it. Let's see who I have pitching next. Dalton, Lajota, Gonzalez. Eastside Marios. That's a good guess, but no. Wasn't from there. Think more Appalachian Mountains and bluegrass and banjo music. And people in white suits. Borkowski. Do I want Borkowski? Oh. Yeah, but mono is so much better. All right. I think I might leave everything the same then. Well, that's not a bad guess too, Montana's, but Montana is not the bluegrass state. Yes, Scott got it. KFC hospital. Yeah, no, KFC, believe it or not, we did an online pickup order. And I said, oh, what kind of dessert they have? Cheesecake. And I seem to remember they had these little things in cups like decades ago that were okay, but like you had to peel the foil off and whatever. But these were actually slices Well, I'll show you. There's some left. Let me put the screen on. Webcam. There we go. There's the big me, although I'm not centered in the screen. But here is this delicious cheesecake. Oops, there you go. I've already eaten some of it. We finished one slice. Here, babe. And it's actually pretty good. Can you imagine what the cheesecake actually is? Lab cake. And then to go with it, I've got my tea. I haven't really drunk tea in years. All right, let me just export. You guys can watch me export. Got hair in my mouth. That's the thing with living in a house with 2 pets. Oh yeah, stopped using 7-day lineups. All right, so I'm not worried about that. All right, I'll just export. Let her rip. Who am I playing again? I don't remember. To check the schedule. Milwaukee. I'm playing against you, Milwaukee. All right. So we are doing a 4-day sim, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, which means some teams, as you can see here, the 11th is the first game of that Montreal series. So some teams are going to get their first game of the next series in. But most teams are playing, I think most teams are playing just 3 games. So that's the case with Scott. So Scott's game will be the second game that we stream tonight. And he's at home to New York. And there you go. So his 4 days include a day off on the Monday the 8th. So already 2 days off. A week into the season, he's had 2 days off. So there you go. Yes, there is the ball cap. And yeah, I keep promising to get more of them made up. I might do the actual other logo too. Speaking of logos, I posted that too. So you may have noticed there is a jade green logo there. It's when I was updating the wiki, I realized it's the 35th anniversary of the league, which is the Jade anniversary. And I can't believe I've been running this baseball league that long. Well, I haven't run it all the entire time. Had a bit of a hiatus from '94 to 2016, but then in game time, we're now on 2024. Having started in '89, really is when it really started. So that's hence the 35 years. All right. I just got to blank the screen for a sec while I type in the commish password. Where did that? Oh, yeah. Can't find the intermission one. There we are. No, I definitely do not have the best players. Scott has most of us beat by a long shot. He's managed to accumulate himself some of the best players. I did a backup earlier today. I will select the commissioner and go back to the screen. There we are. Oh, J. Joe followed us after we raided him. That's good. We've got 95 followers. It says 96 up in the corner. That's an error. It doesn't keep count live, so it adds one if one comes in during the stream, and it doesn't know if one left off stream. So it's goofy that way. There's your batting leaders from both leagues, pitching leaders from both leagues, and team batting and pitching leaders. Houston Oilers currently leading in runs scored. They've got the Pitbulls beat by 1 run, 56 runs. The Oilers, who are going to be our first featured game tonight, are 6-0. Now, as you can see, the weekly team power rankings were released as well. 192, tied with the Arizona Cowboys. Oilers really, Brandon, I think, is a little bit surprised. He's pessimistically waiting for those injuries, cynically waiting for those injuries to start cropping up, and they will. Every team's going to get injuries. Some will get hit worse than others. He's lost one of his best pitchers before couple times, Jose Soto. But the thing is with Soto is he's no longer his best pitcher. I think he's rated 2.5 stars now. I think he had a no hitter one year too, but his ratings have really gone down. Now I'm curious, does he have a no hitter? I'm pretty sure he was the first no hitter for St. Petersburg. Now Houston. Yes, 2019. So not that long ago, Jose Soto no hit the Dallas Deputies, a team that was since contracted out of the league. And of course, our last no hitter was during the playoffs last season. Chicago Pitbulls no hitting the Miami Storm in Game 1 of the Bull Cup Final, and that was Brandon Cassidy. So, whoops, I put Braden on the no hitter page in the wiki. But anyway, check out the wiki. Been lots of updates. If you look at recent changes on the wiki, maybe I'll put it up on the screen for you real quick. Let's see. Bull League Wiki. There you go. If you check it out, there's lots and lots of recent changes. You might even be able to see, not on this page, but Jim has been busy as well making updates mostly to his organization, which is great. If anyone wants to participate in making updates on the wiki, let me know. I can set up the account, or if you've forgotten your password, I can. Yeah, it's having problems with email confirmation, so I'll just have to make you a new account. And that's it. I'll be able to add you in there. You can make some definite changes and stuff like that. But I love this random page feature. There you go, Army Black Knights. There's the it's badly out of date, as you can see. The team record only includes 2018. We've had quite a few seasons since then, and I'm sure they've had players drafted. I started doing drafted players from the top 10 rounds. I think I'm going to cut it down to the top 5 because it's so much to keep track of. There's 30 Division 1 teams. There's just too many teams to keep all the pages up to date. I would need dozens of wiki volunteer editors, and we only have 16 GMs, so that's going to be a challenge. But anyway, if you're interested, I'm more than happy to add you in there. Check the exports again. No export from Houston, Miami, Milwaukee, Ohio, or Washington. Everyone else is in. 11 out of 16 teams. Here's the export history. I don't know if it's showing up on the screen. There it is. Yep. So I reset it at the beginning of the season. This is our third sim of the season. And so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people are maintaining that 100% export rate. Not that there's a prize for it. Some leagues do that. Ben with the beer me. Thanks. I'll just finish this tea. Addie wants a prize. Well, I got to maintain that 100%, babe.
Well, I have my 100% right now.
I mean, through the whole season.
Yeah, I want a prize.
All right. I'm the prize. All right. Oh yeah, and the wiki's over 500 articles now. So I updated the Streamlabs. Free supplemental round pick for that's actually not a bad idea, Ben. If people knew there's a free draft pick, they'd probably be exporting every sim. All right. So yeah, game 1 tonight will be the Houston Oilers at the Seattle Salts, which is a great double whammy there, double benefit there. We got a new GM, their team being broadcast, and the Houston Oilers on a 6-0 streak. Arizona's on a 6-0 as well, and that was the other option, but I think I did Miami already. Didn't I, or Arizona? Anyway, we'll do Houston and Seattle. They haven't had a lot of coverage and streams. And then game 2 tonight will be, it's not on the screen yet, but it'll be the Chicago, New York. All right, Jim. We will get to a Nevada game soon. You've got some great talent in there. And I can't wait to showcase it. but we just did Calgary game in the last night. So
Who am I playing?
you were playing Nevada. You're playing Jim, the old great gamer. You're
Broadcast Jim.
you're hosting it. Oh, we'll do a Nevada game soon. All right. Let's pull those exports. Hopefully everyone's managed their DFAs. And, oh yeah, there's a whole whack of waivers at the beginning of the season. So I want to see if that waiver wire is full of people still. New York in particular had what 14 players they're trying to claim? Ungodly amount of players. This is good cheesecake. And then Ben, my first sip of beer will be on you. All right, there we go. Exports are pulled. California. Ben, you're missing somebody. That's fine. Don't worry about the A level. Actually, A level would have started today. So try to get those oversized rosters down to 30 in the minors. DFA report. Arizona's got somebody with 1 day left, and so does Seattle. So just as a reminder, guys, try to move these guys off of your designated for assignment list as reasonably quickly as possible. I didn't check mine, but my guy there's got 8 more days. So, but yeah, we're gonna have to move these guys. I think they're demotions anyway. Tortorelli down to triple. Oh, he's on the 40 man, so he's got to go in the 40 man. But there's probably no room. So here's the deal with roster management. It's tricky, especially for new GMs to learn. Whoops, waivers DFA. So Jim Torelli, and there's no room on the 40 man. So instead of bouncing somebody, let's see, no uncertain return date for him, And Dave Carpenter 1 to 2 weeks. So uncertain return date. I'm going to take that guy and put him on the 60-day injury list. That will free up a spot on the 40 man. Torelli can go back on the 40 man. Now he's demoted. All right, so he's on the 40 man, I believe, after that move. Jim Torelli, there he is, and now he's demoted to AAA. Because he's on a major league contract, he has to be on the 40 man roster, even if he's demoted. And if you want to take him off the 40 man roster, he has to be put through waivers. That's the deal. I see Nevada's claimed John Wallace from Seattle. 2 days left, so that'll execute this sim. All right, where were we? Oh, yes, I forgot to go back to the game screen. Still looking at Stats Plus. Thanks for the reminder. All right, so nobody saw everything I just did, but I basically took 2 people that were on the DFA list. One was from Arizona, one was from Seattle. The Arizona guy demoted to AAA. The Seattle guy I had to put on the 40 man, then demote him to AAA because of his major league contract, and I was just explaining that. Cody with the beer mies. So Ben and Cody, I owe you guys beer mies as soon as I open one, and I'm just about done the cheesecake and my tea, so that'll be before we start the game. Momentarily, I will be into the beer and into the heartburn tonight. All right. No trades yet, eh? All right. There's the waiver wire. Oh, and I almost forgot. Got to start up Stats Plus desktop app. Cody with 2 beer me's. I'm going to have to raise the price of these beer me's. You guys will get me hammered before I even start broadcasting. Alrighty. So good luck, everyone. Houston Oilers and Seattle Salts will be game 1. Game 2 will be New York at Chicago. And I'll pop up the game starting lineups while I go and retrieve a cold one out of the fridge. A heckin' cold one. Alrighty. I think we're ready to go. Oilers. Brandon Popper's Houston Oilers with a, I think even he's surprised by the 6-0 start. And Mr. Sauve's, Rico's Seattle Salt and their lineup. And so far, let's see. I mean, it's early. It's only been 1 week of baseball. But Danny Hortero's hitting 300. Couple, well, 4 or 400 hitters so far in the Houston Oilers batting order. And John Leggy Leg, Justin Reich. That's a couple good hitters in the Seattle lineup. Does this Houston team cheat as much as the in real life one? No, I don't think so. Brandon's a pretty solid guy. Tonight's beer is Dab. Ben, that was your beer me. Cody, I owe you 3 now. Jeez.
You owe me 1.
And I owe Addie 1. Just checking to see if I missed any other ones. Here's Cody's first 2. That's 1. 2. Give me a sec and I'll get to the other ones. Not a fan of the cool downs for the beer me's, yeah. I hear that. Welcome to Sunday Night Baseball in the Bull League, our fictional league. 10 viewers, I love it. Everyone's tuning in. So what else is there to do, really? Then watch your team get either get beat or beat someone else. You might have to do a kiss cam. That's a great idea. Oh, I just want to try something before I forget. There, it worked. So I typed in the old quote command. Yesterday's home runs don't win today's ball games. Babe Ruth. Cody redeemed a kiss cam. And here's Addie's beer me. Jeez, I'm never gonna get to the game. Come here, babe. I love you.
You got 2. You got 2 for 1.
Well, I had to make it a longer smooch, but you pulled away. Rico just woke up. All right. Well, Get ready to get lit here. Get wired. Your team is playing Brandon, and Brandon hasn't popped in I don't know how long. He was streaming earlier today. I don't know what he's doing right now, but he's a dad as well. I don't know. Anyway, Keith Barton leading off for the Houston Oilers, the third baseman hitting .480 after 1 week of baseball. 12 for 25 at the plate. 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. It's a pretty stellar start to the year for the third baseman, the 27-year-old third baseman. Played 64 games last year. Let's see how many he can fit in this year. I think he was an injury call-up last year, but he's made the starting lineup. Ooh, steak and potatoes. I like that. Jerry Valerio on the mound for Seattle. What can Rico tell us about Valerio? He played 30 games last year. He had a 9-13 record. 3-star potential. 26-year-old. Where does he slot in the rotation? Is he the top guy? Done 6 games. No, we should be at number 2 or 3, depending how many games he played. $1 million, Colombian. Still in his arbitration years. Throws 5 pitches. His slider is not so good, but a great changeup. Decent decent forkball and curveball. Yeah, so he's in the middle of the rotation. I would be worried about the low adaptability and work ethic. Those are the two that tend to disrupt team chemistry the most. Loyalty and leader, I don't worry too much about. There's always a couple leaders on the team. But anyway, looks like he's a fairly decent on. Led the World Cup of Baseball 2023. Led the team, Colombia, in losses with 2 losses. That's not that fantastic, but all right. Jerry Valerio on the mound for Seattle. Yeah, there's so many levels, depth to this game that like things like how their personality and how it impacts the team chemistry and how that impacts whether they win or lose. Like poor team chemistry can really apparently can really affect whether a team wins or how likely they are to pull out of a slump. Leadoff single for Keith Barton as he bounces one to shallow right, close to the line. Leggy was there to retrieve it. Ben ate steak and potatoes too. Clyde Jameson at the plate. The shortstop hitting .469 after 1 week of ball. There's the 2-1 pitch, and he hammers one to right. It's caught in mid-right field by John Leggy. Thrown back in. Barton going nowhere. Here's Ricardo Rodriguez, the center fielder. Look at that contact ability. Hammers this one to left, but it drops into the glove of Juan 2-3. Yes, you heard that name right. Juan 2-3. And he is out. 2 outs. Barton at first, Victor Johnson at the plate. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that has retired the side. Stranding Barton at first. So Houston gets nothing on that base hit. Seattle up now. John Pierce pitching for the Oilers. He's had 5 1/3 innings so far in his only other start. Nursing a .506 ERA, which is about a league average for the Metro League, to be honest. Last year he went 7-5. So another mid-rotation option. The fragile injury history is probably what would have most GMs alarmed. And he's just a 3-pitch starter, power pitcher. He probably relies on that fastball then and a hard slider with a changeup possibly for a good strikeout pitch. We'll see how he fares against Epi Dykstra, who's leading off for the Salts. Two pitch. Yeah, the media guide, I haven't really released it yet, so I don't know. I've been pronouncing people leggy, leg, whatever. And then 1, 2, 3. That's Juan 2. That name was made by Dylan when he had that player on Ohio. So 1, 2, 3. A ground out for Dykstra. Here's Francisco Aguilar. Addy with the beer me, thanks. Don't worry, babe, you're already getting lucky tonight. Got lucky the moment you met me. Grounds a 2-2 pitch over to the left side. Barton throws him out at first. And here's Al Hallamore. Hallamore pops up to the left side, and third baseman Barton has it, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Top of the second, Houston up again. We'll check the out-of-town scores. We are on the left coast, so we should have a lot of scores and possibly some finals. And Montreal leading Ohio 6-2. They're in the bottom of the 8th. The Montreal Metros predicted to have a very good season, predicted to finish first. Toronto leading Milwaukee 2-1. They're in the bottom of the 7th. And Boston trailing Minneapolis. In Minneapolis, it's 10-8. They're in the top of the 6th. Looks like a whole whack of home runs there. Manushiba, Hansen, Demares for Boston, Pastore and Brasco with a pair for the Ravens, and actually Shiba had 2 as well for Boston. Over in the Metro League, Miami leading Arizona 7-3. Nevada with a 5-2 lead over Calgary. Katai Kitagawa was just caught stealing at second base in the last play to end the third inning for Calgary, and they're going into the fourth. And Washington leading California 1-0. So there's your scoring updates for the beginning of the second inning. Back to the action here in Seattle. Houston up. Danny Huertero, former high contact guy. I think he's in his mid-30s if I'm not mistaken. He sends one through the right side just out of reach from second baseman Al Lynch, and it's a single for Huertero. And I don't know if that 67 is going to stay that way. Historically, a good catcher in this league is around 25-30%. I've noticed, and I know that's not in line with real Major League Baseball. There's some great catchers that throw out like pretty much everybody, but for whatever reason, our catchers just don't throw out enough base runners. If he maintains that 67, he'll probably be catcher of the year. He'll get a defensive award for that. Omar Medina at the plate. Longtime Houston Oiler, has been with the club with all their moves, I believe, even as far back as Anchorage. St. Pete's, he missed the Anchorage years. He was on Toronto until he went to St. Pete's in 2018. St. Pete's is now Houston. Huertero at first, 1-0 pitch. Ground ball back to Valerio at the mound. The throw to second gets Huertero, but no double play. 1 out. Medina now replaces Huertero at first base. And an out on the board. Here's Dan Log, the DH. 10 for 20 so far this season. Smacks one on the grass. Valerio has this one. The throw to first not in time. And it's an infield hit for Dan Log, the DH. Medina moves to second. Danny Rodriguez at the plate now. He's only had 2 at-bats so far this season. So far hitless. I think he's replacing Chris Pratt. Is Pratt injured, or is this just a regular thing for Houston? Let me just double check. Strikes out there, though. No, Pratt's available, so he must be on a rest day. 2 away for Jim Griffiths. You sure it wasn't just me that's delayed? I'm delayed sometimes. Strike 3, and that's the end of the inning. So 2 runners stranded for Houston. Still 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. Justin Reich, number 4, the DH. Steps up to hit, and John Pierce so far has had 1 perfect inning. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Fans, Reich rings up a strikeout. Oh yeah, well that's the graphics mostly. That's the the graphics are not incredible. It's supposed to simulate like, a slow rolling infield hit or something, or just past the pitcher, or the pitcher being off balance, whatever. But it does what it does. So yeah, in reality, based on what you see in the screen, there's no reason why you couldn't have thrown him out. But Pierce nailing the bottom of the strike zone for the last batter. Now he's going to face Charlie Perrin, center fielder. 6th round draft pick from 2020. Perrin lines out to center field. Rodriguez makes the grab. And here's 1-2-3. Hammers a line drive to the alley and right back to the gasoline sign. Rounds first, going for 2. He rounds second, going all the way to third. He is out on the slide, and that's it. So 1-2-3 got greedy, had the double, but he was going for 3 with 2 outs, and that has ended the second. Thanks for another beer me, babe. Keith Barton steps up to the plate again. The leadoff hitter will lead off this inning as well. Jerry Valerio has given up 3 hits but struck out 3. 31 pitches into this game, and we are in the 3rd inning. A lot of 3s on the screen there. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Barton. Barton swings, late swing. It's tailing off in the right field direction. Bounced on the grass and caught by Legge on the hop. A single for Barton, his second time around. 2 for 2. Improving his season average to .519. Clyde Jameson at the plate. 0-1 pitch. Sends a line drive to right, all the way back to the wall. Chasing it down is Legge. This will be extra bases for sure. Barton rounding third, holds up at third base. Jameson with a double. And 2 runners are in scoring position. We may see some scoring now with no outs on the board. High probability. We'll see if Valerio stays in or if he gets the yank. Here's Ricardo Rodriguez. The 0-2 count. Hammered to the left center gap, but it's way high up in the air. Plenty of time for Perrin to get there, but will we see Barton score from third? We do. He slides in and he's home safe with 1 run for Houston. Clyde Jameson hangs tough at second. 1 out on the board on that sac fly from Rodriguez. Here's Victor Johnson. Taps one towards short. Aguilar charges in, throws to first, not in time. Jameson was able to make it to third, so runners in the corners now. Vic Johnson infield single is set up Jameson to be 90 feet away from another run. Danny Huertero back up. This Oilers lineup looking potent so far this season. It is early, but certainly good signs for the Oilers. Bases loaded after a Valerio walk, his first of the season. And the outfield's going to play shallow to try to get the throw home in case Jameson goes. Omar Medina at the plate has the second lowest batting average for the Oilers so far this season, but it's .267, which isn't that bad. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Draws a walk, and Valerio has walked home a run to make it 2-0 for Houston. Can't find the strike zone there. Thought he'd go outside again, as one of his outside pitches was called a strike. But that one was not. Dan Logg back up to the plate. He had a hit earlier today. First pitch from Valerio, hit hard to center. Chasing it back is Perrin. He's there to make the grab. Johnson goes for home. There's going to be no throw. And it's 3-0 for the Oilers. Huertero stays put at second. 2 outs on the board. Another sac fly, scoring a run. Small ball style, and here's Danny Rodriguez. Full count, 2 out. Check swing. He didn't go around. It's a ball forward. It was way outside of the zone, so it's a good call by the umpire. Valerio now at 56 pitches. Bases loaded, 2 out. Seattle's going to have some ground to make up here after this inning. 0-1 count to Jim Griffiths. Hit hard towards right, way up in the sky, back towards the track, but Leggy's there to put it away and end the inning. But the damage is done. The Oilers open up the scoring with 3 runs in the top of the third. We go to the bottom half. Seattle's going to get a chance to answer. They'll start with Al Lynch, followed by John Leggy and Sean Pfeiffer, all making their first appearances tonight. Here's a pitch from Lynch. On the ground is short. Jameson retrieves it, throws to first, gets him. 1 down. John Leggy up again, hitting .381 this season, leading the Seattle Salts lineup so far. Pair of home runs, 5 RBIs. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Pierce. Strike 3 called as it hits the inside third of the plate, about belt high. That's 2 strikeouts for Pierce tonight. Here's Sean Pfeiffer. Addy with another beer me. You're just waiting for that timer to count down, aren't you? The beer me cooldowns. I might have to extend it. She did not like that. Bloop base hit to center field for Sean Pfeiffer, and Seattle has their second base hit tonight. A 2-out single by the catcher, and now we go back to the top of the order. LOL Cat B has, am I pronouncing that right? Lalka Cat B? Well, whatever. Anyway, thanks for the beer me. I'm trying to remember, do you manage a team? You're here every time. Which team do you manage? I'm trying to remember. Epi Dykstra at the plate. 2-0 count. Big fly ball to left field. Huertero makes the grab, and that's the end of the inning. So we've now completed 3 in this Houston-Seattle matchup. Houston looking like so far they're leaning towards a 7th win to start this season off. Keith Barton at the plate. The Oilers. Third baseman. 2 for 2 at the plate. With a season average of .519 so far. Valerio, full count, winds, delivers. Misses outside, and Barton takes a walk. Clyde Jameson next. 2-0 count to Jameson. And he sends one into left field. It bounces in front of 2-3. It'll drop in for a base hit. Found the sweet spot between short and left field. And the first 2 batters are aboard again for Houston. Here's Ricardo Rodriguez. 1-0 count. Shallow pop-up. Second baseman Al Lynch makes short work of that one. 1 down. Here's Vic Johnson. 2-1 pitch is hurled in. A ground ball to short. They go to first to get the sure out, as Jameson was almost at second base. 50-50. I mean, they probably would have got the out at second base, but then Johnson would have been safe. Huertero's stepped up to the plate, and Joaquin Torres now is going to pitch for the Salts. Metro's with the beer me. Thank you, sir. $12 viewers. I love it. Thanks for joining us. Week 2 of our 2024 season in our 16-team fictional league. And we are doing 2 games tonight. Danny Huertero at the plate. 2-1 count. Torres will pitch to him. Hard hit ground ball to second. An easy put out for Lynch to Hallamore. And that'll end the inning. 2 runners stranded for Houston, but they've already got a 3-0 lead. And we will move down to the fourth. Actually, I didn't do the scoreboard. Oh, thanks for the beer, me, Ben. Didn't do the scoreboard at the top of the fourth, so we'll do it now. Ooh, a nice. Sorry, had to itch there. Nice close one for the Ravens in Boston. It's 11-10 for the Ravens hosting the Boston Brawlers. Veritable hit parade. 25 hits so far. They're in the bottom of the seventh, and 2 out, 2 on for Minneapolis right now with their slim lead. I already talked about the home runs. I don't think we had any more since we last checked. Final to report, actually 2 finals. Toronto ends up beating Milwaukee 5-1. Dalton with his first win of the season. And Montreal beats Ohio 6-4. No home runs in that one. But again, high-hitting game, 21 hits in that game. In the Metro League, we've got the Nevada Speeders leading Calgary 10-6 in the top of the sixth. And just look at the flurry of home run activity there. Ricci, Avery, Henry, and Yin all homering for Nevada. Mendola, Little, and Kitagawa all homering for Calgary. Georges Henry just hit a 2-run bomb in the last play to make it 10-6. It was 8-6. Washington blanking California 8-0. It's a one-hitter in the bottom of the fourth. And Washington's got a strong side. I think last season we saw them at their worst. But California, of course, made the playoffs last year. So, but every team's going to have bad games. Miami leading Arizona 7-3. That's a little bit more like 2023 Miami. But Tex Redmond and David Michel with homers for Arizona. Jeremy Martin homering for Miami. Back to the game action here in Seattle, in the Pacific Northwest. Here's Francisco Aguilar. John Pierce pitches to him, a 3-1 pitch. Ground ball to second. Put away by Medina as he tosses it to Rodriguez. Danny Rodriguez. There's 2 Rodriguez on the field. That's 1 out. Here's Al Hallamore. Ben, did I get your beer me? I better take a sip just in case. I might have forgotten Ben's beer me. So many of them tonight. Fly ball to center. The Ricardo Rodriguez puts that one away. 2 down. Here's Justin Reich. Full count. Swing and a miss on an outside fastball. Low and outside. And that disposes of Justin Reich, the DH. Pierce is now up to 3 strikeouts, 5 on the season. Top of 5, Houston up again, still in the lead, 3-0. It's a 2-hitter after 4 innings. Omar Medina stepping up to the plate. 2-2 pitch from the right-handed Torres. Check swing, but he went around, and Medina is rung up. That's that slider. Oh no, it's a different pitcher. Joaquin Torres with a strikeout pitch as well. That's a slider. Managed to dispose of Medina. And here's Dan Logg. Minor league free agent signing from 2020. Oh, okay. Was he a waiver claim? Or just a signing, free agent signing? First walk of the game issued by Torres. So let's have a look-see. He might hit free agency this year. And let's see what the... yeah, he's a free agent signing, right? A lot cheaper than the Hops had him for last year. $5.1 million for Milwaukee. And you've got him for a song tonight. Rodriguez at the plate. Log at first. 1 out on the board. No, he wouldn't have been on waivers then if you were able to sign. He was a free agent. Fly ball to right field. 2 out. Keep in mind, if you're making waiver claims, wife talked him into it, apparently, yeah. Wife was like, we need money. You're not playing baseball. We need money. Take the low ball offer. Yeah, if you're looking at the waiver wire, keep in mind that when you claim those guys, whatever salary they were getting paid by their last team, you now take that whole contract and that salary. So if they've got 10 years left at 30 million a year and they're not hitting over 100 anymore because they suck now, well, you're stuck with them. That's probably why they're on waivers to begin with. Jim Griffiths at the plate. 1-0 count. There goes the runner, Dan Log, into second. He's safe. Third stolen base of the season. Sean Pfeiffer tried. He's got a good arm, too, but unable to get the speedy Dan. 2-2 pitch now to Griffiths, who connects and sends it to the right field. It's back to the wall, bouncing past John Legge. Had to catch it up to it at the base of the fence. And Log was easily able to make it home from second on that one. Griffiths, with an RBI double, has made it 4-0 for the Houston Oilers. Keith Barton at the plate. Pop up to the infield. And that's the end of the top of the fifth, but Houston gets another one, stretching the lead out. And they'll take this two-hit shutout into the bottom of the fifth. John Pierce still pitching strong for the Oilers. And Charlie Perrin back up again for a second time around. His first game, by the way, his debut is tonight. He's had one at-bat so far. This is his second. The 22-year-old from Toronto has 3 days of Major League service. Let's see how Brandon acquired him. He was in the organization already. So I'm going to guess he was promoted. Actually, he was probably on the 26-man roster. This is probably just his first game. He might be just a regular, doing his regular shift. Number 12 prospect in the league, though. Very promising. 3-time player of the week in the minors. ML What? He's already an all-star? What? How is that possible? Oh, he was probably in the Futures All-Star game. Let's have a look back to last season. Yes, he was selected to the 2023 Bull League All-Star Futures game back when he was only the number 23 prospect in the league. So there he goes. Should be a promising young talented player for the Salts. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to third. Throw over to first. Was it in time? It was just in time. And Perrin couldn't leg that one out. And he becomes out number one. Juan 2-3 at the plate. Addy with the beer me. Thanks, babe. By the way, drinking Dab tonight, the German beer, Dortmunder, Aktien Brauerei. I just murdered German there. But it's a pint can of, what percentage is this stuff anyway? 5%. It's a decent export beer from Deutschland. Here's a 3-2 count to 2-3. Swing and a miss. Looks like he swung over that one. Yeah, way over it. Chasing a bad pitch out of the zone. 4 strikeouts tonight for Pierce, who's well on his way to player of the game honors. Here's Al Lynch. 1-0 count. Sends it on the ground to the left side. Barton has it. The throw to first, and Lynch is out. And so is the 5th inning. We are done in the 5th. We're going to the 6th. Clyde Jameson to start things up for the Oilers here in the 6th. 1 count. Torres sends it in there. Ground ball to the left side. Dykstra has that one without an issue and throws it to first for the out. Platinum Glove winner. I should just rename it to the Gold Glove like every other league. I mean, I can't change I've tried, but I can't change the icon, the little gold glove there, so I might as well call it a gold glove. But we have traditionally named it the Platinum Glove Award because Platinum's better than gold, so why not? And then baseball actually made a Platinum Glove Award, so go figure. Ricardo Rodriguez now. Here's the 1-2 pitch. But I came up with that Platinum Glove back in 80, 89, 90, before there was a Platinum Glove Award. Rodriguez goes down on strikes. Torres rings up his second batter tonight, Vic Johnson now. 5 followers away from the magic triple-digit 100 as Johnson flies out to left field. 2-3, puts that one away. Remember, 100th follower will get a free 1-month subscription. I'll spring for 1 month. John Legg, I've been calling him Leggy, at the plate. John Pierce pitching. Here's the first pitch for Pierce. Hit hard to center field. It's carrying it. Might have caught the wind. It's gone. Seattle has come onto the scoreboard with a huge home run from John Leggy. So far, the team leader in home runs and batting average. And they are on the scoreboard, so no shutout for Pierce tonight. He's still pitching a very decent game, but it is 4-1 now with that leadoff home run from John Legg. Here's Sean Pfeiffer. 3-0 count. And patiently waits that fourth pitch to go inside. He draws a walk. And now with no outs and a run on the board, Pfeiffer at first, Dykstra at the plate. Tying run is on deck. 2-0 count to Dykstra. Squares the bunt but misses it. It was right where it should have been too. It was right down the pipe. Dykstra was there. Just couldn't execute. Pfeiffer slow-footed. That's a risky play with a slow runner at first. Squares again and misses the bunt. That time it was low out of the zone. And that'll be it for bunt attempts. Of course, a third strike on a bunt is a strikeout. But he does something even better. He drops a base hit into center field. And Sean Pfeiffer comes around third, goes home. Is Dykstra safe at third? He is safe. So he took the extra base. It'll score as a double. But he ends up with a 3-bagger and gets a second run in as Sean Pfeiffer scores from second base on that one. So Dykstra himself, next to score, no outs on the board, Francisco Aguilar at the plate. Another beer me. Thanks, babe. One out count. Sliced off to right field. This one's going to cash in Dykstra from third, and Aguilar gets himself an RBI. And a lot of runs being generated out of the bottom half of the Salts order. Bottom third, I should say. And now the top third is starting to perform. Still no out, and I think we might say goodnight to John Pierce now. 5, well, he's still in, but wow. It's 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts after 5 innings, and it's a 1-run ball game. The tying run at first. Here's Al Hallamore. There goes the runner, Aguilar, with the steal attempt. Griffiths throws it in, but can't make it in time. Aguilar with his second stolen base of the year. Cody Kay with a beer me. Thank you, sir. What an interesting ball game. Hallamore sends it up to center field. It's back to the wall. It's going to tie the ball game. Aguilar comes home from second. Hallamore with a RBI double to center field. And it's 4-4. Justin Reich looking for a base hit tonight as well. He wants to get in on the action. 1-0 count. Pierce sends it in there. way up in the sky to center field. This might be the first out of the inning, and it is. 4 runs have scored before an out was registered, as the Salts have really run up their scoring. Broken out, as they say, here in the 6th. Charlie Perrin. Oh, I don't think I checked the scoreboard in the 6th either. I'll check it after this inning. Right down to first base, but retrieved by Rodriguez. Takes it to the bag for the out. Hallimore moves to third on the play. And now it's 1-2-3 with 2 out and a runner at third. The go-ahead run at third base. They're going to pitch out to 2-3. They don't want to risk the power yet. He doesn't have any home runs yet this season. He's only made occasional contact, but he did get a hit earlier today, his 3rd of the season. So far, no homers or RBIs for 1-2-3. But Al Lynch is up to the plate, and this is why they wanted to pitch out to Lynch to get to Lynch. It sets up the double play, and Lynch is only hitting 133 so far this year. But he does have 5 RBIs. Grounds to second. It's retrieved by Medina. The throw to first will end the inning. But Seattle has tied the ball game here in the 6th. And now we've got some exciting baseball again. Hey, Troy's here. Welcome, Troy. Top of the 7th. You're just in time. We're going to check the out-of-town scoreboard. I've been slacking a little bit. We have 3 finals now in the Lake League. Toronto earlier tonight beat Milwaukee 5-1. Boston prevailed over the Ravens 14-13 in a high-scoring affair there. And Montreal 6-4 winners over Ohio. Over in the Metro League, Nevada still leading Calgary. It's 12-7. They're in the bottom of the 8th now. Washington leading California 8-2. And Miami has a final there. They beat Arizona 7-3 earlier today. Rudman, though, for Arizona, and Michelle with home runs. Martin homering for Miami. Oh, nice. Jim's posted some tape-delayed links, I guess, to tape-delayed Speeders games. I've actually watched a couple of them. He's a great play-by-play guy. Jim, I might arrange to get you to run a sim and do a play-by-play one of these days. Or if we can figure out how to get you to do a play-by-play through Discord or something. But it'd probably just be easier to get you to run a sim. Yes, that's true. That's Arizona's first loss. Houston here is 6-0 as well. So we're going to find out if they're going to register their first loss or if they will be the only team that goes to 7-0. Danny Hurtado back up to the plate for the Oilers. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 3-1 pitch from Torres. And it's a line drive to the gap in left field, right to the season's ticket sign. It's a double for Hurtado to start things off here in the 7th. Go Seattle. I love it when GMs take sides in the other games. Seattle's in your division, I think. Omar Medina at the plate. Strike 3 pitch. Gives him a fastball down the pipe, low in the zone. Medina sits down. That's 3 strikeouts for Torres tonight. Here's Dan Log. Dan Log had a huge hit that scored a run in earlier. I think that was the 5th inning run. Top of the 7th here. And 1 on, 1 out. Ground ball to short. Aguilar with the scoop and throw to first. But Hurtado moves to third. So the go-ahead run at third base with 2 outs. Here's Danny Rodriguez. Still looking for his first hit this season. So 1-out count for Torres. High pop-up towards the right side, and it looks like it's playable for Hallimore, and that puts it away. It is 7th inning stretch time here in Seattle. And Seattle will be up next with John Legge, Sean Pfeiffer, and Epi Dykstra. They had a huge 6th inning. Let's see if they can follow that momentum. They say baseball and actually sports in general is all about maintaining momentum. So we'll see if Seattle can do that. and take a lead here, or if Houston will claw back. Pierce still on the mound after 6 innings, after getting rocked in the last inning, and he gives up a leadoff hit to Legge. Legge has solidified his position as the top hitter so far in the Salts lineup, batting out of the number 8 slot. Not the usual spot to have your top hitter. Sean Pfeiffer next. It's 1-for-1 at the plate. 2-0 count. Squares the bunt. It's up in the air, and charging in to grab it before it hits the ground was Barton. So it's a bunted pop fly to third base, and Legge will go nowhere. 1 out. Here's Epi Dykstra. There goes the runner, and here's the throw, not in time. Legge steals his first base of the year and puts himself in scoring position with 1 away. Here's Epi Dykstra again, 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, misses, and Pierce sends him down. Strikeout number 5 tonight. Pierce is fighting through the adversity here of giving up 4 runs in the last inning. Here's the 0-1 count. Hit hard by Aguilar right to third base, the hot corner. But easily played by Barton over to first. And then Seattle strands a runner. We go to the top of the 8th, tied at 4 apiece. Joaquin Torres still pitching for Seattle. 3 1/3 innings later, he's done 45 pitches. Allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, struck out 3. Jim Griffiths, who has a base hit tonight and an RBI for the Oilers, will lead off the 8th. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Torres. Swing and a miss. He swung right over that one. And it was right in the zone. One down. Here's Keith Barton. Barton's had a good game tonight. 2 for 3 at the plate. He's improved his season average to 500. 0-1 count. Ground ball to short. It's a slow roller. Aguilar over to grab it, but late with the throw. No, it got there in time. Was he just teasing the throw? Barton out on the throw from Aguilar. Francisco looked like he held off for a second to throw. Maybe he was just trying to make sure. Yeah, it's possible Torres is a starter. He might just be miscast as a reliever. That happened in my other league at my Minnesota Twins team. Can't remember the guy's name now, but even the commission said, he's probably, this is FKN commission, said probably needs to be a starter. And I looked at him, and sure enough, made him a starter. We'll see how it goes in the next season. Clyde Jameson at the plate. 2-2 pitch from Torres. Hammered to the gap in center right. Back to the wall is Perrin to grab it. Throws to second. Will he get him? Not in time. A very close play at second, but Jameson gets himself a double. A 2-out double, and now Houston's back in scoring position. Here's Ricardo Rodriguez. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Line drive down into the right field corner. This one's going to score Jameson for sure. Ricardo charges around first, goes into second, and the Oilers take a lead here in the 8th, 5-4. They are not going down without a fight. They have retaken the lead, I should say, after giving it up in the 6th and watching the game get tied. 2 away still. Victor Johnson now. With runners in scoring position this season, he's hit .357. He's had 14 at-bats. 14 of his at-bats have been with runners in scoring position. He is in that position too, isn't he? Batting 4th. He's bound to have that scenario come up quite often, and here he is again. Here's a 2-0 count from Torres. Hammers a fly ball to center field. Almost a line drive fly ball, really, and Perrin has it easily. And that's the end of the inning. But Houston takes a lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. John Pierce going for the 8th inning, 97 pitches under his belt. He really wants to hold on to try and tag that W. He'll face Hallimore for a 4th time. 2-0 count to Al Hallimore. Hallimore just laces it into right field. You could just hear the crack of that one. And it was right in the keyhole, right between first and second, splitting the defense. Manus Van Hultsen's going to come into DH. He's playing hurt, but the Seattle Salts manager, or bench coach, I guess, making the on-field decisions, has decided Van Hultsen should go in. He is hitting .222 this season. Full count. Pierce winds, delivers. It's hit hard to right. Will it drop in? It does. It's all the way back to the wall. Chasing it is Johnson. Hallimore round second, goes to third. He's going to hold up there, and now Van Hultsen's big double has put 2 Salts in scoring position. With no outs on the board, Cam Kellaway has come in to pitch. He will replace the starting pitcher for the Houston. And Charlie Perrin, playing in his first game tonight, will have his 4th at bat, his first against Kellaway. Kellaway, by the way, has pitched 6 scoreless innings so far this year. Swing and a miss to Perrin, fans him on a curveball. That was low and slightly inside. Here's 1-2-3 now. Connects and takes it to right. It's back to the corner, and Hallimore ties the ball game. Let's see if Van Hultsen comes home. He does, and the Salts retake the lead here in the 8th. What a game. So a 2 RBI double for 2-3. On that single to the corner, here's Al Lynch. Full count with 1 out. And that one misses low and inside for ball 4. 2 on, 1 out for John Legge. Legge's had a big game today at the plate. 2 hits, one of them a home run. Some late inning magic coming from the Salts bats tonight. Fly ball to center field. Nobody's tagging up, 2 away. Addie with the beer me. Thanks, babe. I've almost drained this can. Sean Pfeiffer now full count, 2 away. Swing and a miss, and Kellaway fans him to end the inning. But Seattle has done it. They've retaken the lead after losing it in this inning. And it is 6-5 as we go to the 9th. We'll check the out-of-town scores once again. What an exciting game. I hope the New York-Chicago game is just as exciting. Stay tuned for that one right after this one. So we reported the finals from the Lake League already. Let's have a look here. Nevada, 12-8 with the final over Calgary. And Washington leading California 8-5. They're in the bottom of the 9th. Lopez just hit a 2-run home run for California with 2 outs. So they are trying to claw back, but they're still trailing by 3 runs there. Back to the game action here in the top of the 9th. It's a 2-1 count to Israel Medina, who's pinch hitting. He'll be followed by Omar Medina, unless there's a pinch hitter for him. Fly ball to center field. Perrin puts that one away. Antonio Quineka, by the way, in to pitch to close out the game. Omar Medina. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 pitch to Medina. Gets him on a fastball, 98 miles an hour. High, out of the zone. So he fooled him on that one. 2 away, and here's Dan Log. Quineka looks in, winds up. Here's the pitch. It's hammered opposite field. It's going back to the track. It's on the track. It's caught by the right fielder, John Legge, and that is the ball game. Salts come up with a big 6-5 win after retaking the lead twice. Sorry, tying in the 6th and then taking the lead in the 8th. So they've come out with a big one. 6-5 win over the Oilers. The Oilers fall to 6-1. They get their first loss of the season. They were 6-0, and the Salts improved to 5-2. So what a game! And you can see by the win probability chart, it's just all over the map there. It looks like a stock market crash. The win goes to Torres, his first of the season. Quineka picks up his 4th save. He has now saved 4 out of the 5 wins for Seattle tonight. Pierce with the loss. Kellaway with a blown save for Houston. Pierce did pitch a decent game up until that 6th inning when he gave up 4 runs. His game score thus fell to 38. So not so hot. But anyway, what a great game tonight. And we'll check on those other scores. I think there's just one other game in progress. That was the California one, I think. Washington holds on to beat California 8-5. So there we go. All right, that's day 1 of 4 simmed. And as a reminder, most teams are playing 3-game series. So when we finish the sim, it'll be we'll have done the first game of the next series for a lot of these teams. At least Toronto, I know we're playing all 4 games all 4 days that are being simmed. All right. We'll finish Monday. Game 2 is going to be New York in Chicago. The Dragons 3-3. This is their first road game. Chicago's first home game. And, of course, the defending champion Chicago Pitbulls are raising the banner. It's a banner-raising ceremony on April 9th for their 2023 Bull Cup Championship. And the Caps spicing up. And both teams, as a reminder, both teams have 5 Bull Cup championships. They're the only 2 teams with 5 championships in the league. And away we go. We'll get to game 2 in a second. I have to recharge my brewski. Hope you guys are staying tuned and sticking with us for game 2. Unveiling the new New York Dragons logo there too. I was sent the logo a little while ago, a couple days ago, and updated it in the game finally, and I think I had time to do it on the wiki as well. And finally updated the logo for Chicago on the wiki. They had actually updated their logo in 2022 at the end of that season. So there we go. Addie with a beer me. Do you mind, babe?
You want me to do a beer?
If you don't mind.
Sure.
You're the best. Since you beered me so much, you made me drink it that quick. It's only fair.
Where are they?
Bottom drawer.
Drawer.
The vegetable crisper. That's a good spot for beer, right? Don't you keep your beers in the vegetable crisper? Thanks, babe. Is the dragon wearing a Pitbull mask, or is the Pitbull wearing a dragon mask?
Yes.
All of the above. I have no idea. All right, here's your lineups for tonight's game. Dustin, by the way, I think this is the first game that we featured from Dustin's New York. Actually, I have to go back and look through the wiki, but couldn't have been too many. I don't think we did any at the end of 2023 when he started as a GM. Oh, thanks for the subscription, Rico. Welcome. And now you get to skip the ads when you join us. Kian Matundu, Alexis Rosa, who I think played for me for a little while, Jim Hooper, Adrian Bodan, Takaki Takahashi, Xavier DeSoto, Adonis Galloway, Bubbles Smith. Bubbles is on the team, and Ramiro Flores. Dusty Hertz on the mound for New York. And they are going to play the defending champ Chicago Pitbulls, Todd Simmons, John Rambo, who's off to a stellar start this year, Peyton Bint, Mei-Shan Lee, Matt Dixon, Freddie Carter, Kareem Martin, John Guillot, and Ricky Gonzalez. Lane Navarro on the mound for Chicago. By the way, John Rambo has now, after last season, has now been named batter of the month 9 times to tie the record, which was held by Narushi Ohata of the Ohio Oxen. The Pitbulls have a bigger forehead. John Rambo's also been All-Star MVP 4 consecutive years. So we'll see if, I imagine he'll make the All-Star team unless he's injured. We'll see if he makes it a 5th time. All right, and let's get rolling. We don't have a custom ballpark for the Pitbulls yet. Eventually I'll make one. There's so many teams I got to make them for still. Here we are back at Pitbulls Ballpark, New York in town. Lane Navarro on the mound for Chicago. Kian Matundu, the native of where? South Africa. 21-year-old second baseman will lead things off for the Dragons. There's Addie's Beer Me. Thank you. Navarro, 3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 15.0 ERA. But he leads off this game with a strikeout to Matundu and doubles his strikeout total for the year. Here's the 1-0 count to Alexis Rosa. Hammers this one to the gap and left. It's back over the wall. 446 feet. For that home run from Alexis Rosa, his 3rd of the season. And he's not even a power hitter. That's the funny part. Hanging slider from Lane Navarro, and it's cost him. 1-0 is the score. New York on the board with 1 out. Here's Jim Hooper. 1-2 pitch. Hammers this one on the ground to the right side. First baseman Bint takes it to the bag himself. 2 out. And now the lefty batting Adrian Baudin. The 0-1 pitch. Hammers it hard on the ground to third. Guillot with the grab off the dirt and throws it first for out number 3. So 1-0 as the Dragons get a solo shot from Alexis Rosa to start the scoring off. Bottom of the first, and the potent Chicago Pitbulls lineup will now get their first turn at bat. Dusty Hertz, formerly of St. Pete's, pitching for the Dragons, has an 0-1 record so far this season. He played for California the last 2 years, where he played okay, did 23 and 24 for a win-loss record. Had several winning seasons for St. Pete's, but the team went in another direction away from Dusty. First pitch to Todd Simmons. Hertz winds, delivers. Simmons makes contact to second base, tries to leg it out, but Matundu has the throw there. It's a 4-3 putout. Here's John Rambo. Missing a lot of guys. Where are they all? Groves is injured. Is Guppy injured too? Hertz winds, delivers. Rambo with a huge hit to center field. Back to the track. Caught just short of the wall by Flores. Out number 2. Peyton Bint now. 3-2 pitch to Bint. That one misses wide for ball 4. Way out of the zone. There was no reality on this earth that Bint was going to swing for that one. He's got a great eye. And that one was at least a foot out of the zone. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Mei-Shan Lee. Hit hard to second, a ground ball that should be playable to first. It is. And that's out number 3. So Chicago strands one. No hits so far for the Pitbulls. We go to the top of the second, and we'll check the out-of-town scores. Ohio leading Montreal 2-0. They're in the bottom of the third. Kevin Mullins just hit a solo home run to get the second run for Ohio. Toronto leading Milwaukee 3-0. They opened up the first inning with some big scoring, but now it's Milwaukee's turn to get their first at-bats. Boston and Minneapolis all tied at 0-0. Miami leading Arizona 8-0. The defending Metro League champs trying to deliver Arizona a second loss. Arizona started the season 6-0. They lost the first game of that series. Jim Boyer just hit a 3-run home run for Miami, his second of the year. Nevada, Calgary, and Washington, California get started a little bit later, as does Houston, Seattle. Lane Navarro back on the mound for Chicago. Takahashi at the plate. His first chance at getting a piece of Navarro today. Swings and misses on a strike 3 pitch, a curveball. And Navarro registers his second K tonight. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Xavier DeSoto. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fans him, and Navarro's cooking with gas now with 2 straight strikeouts. Adonis Galloway, 1-1 pitch. Makes contact. It's a flaring hit to, or a flaring fly ball to shallow center, just behind the second baseman, but Simmons out of position to play it behind Gonzalez. I guess he had a better angle on it. But that puts away New York for the top of the second. Bottom of the second, Troy, going to bed. Good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping in to say hi. Don't forget to export once in a while. I think we had to demote one of your players on the DFA list, so that's the only reason why you got to check the exports every now and then. All right, Chicago up again for the second. 2-2 pitch. Matt Dixon batting. Swing and a miss. Dusty Hertz fans him. First strikeout tonight. Freddie Carter now, 1-2 pitch. Makes contact. It's a blooper to center field. Charging in is Flores, but he won't get there. He has to play it off the hop. Carter at first. And now it's Kareem Martin to step up to the plate. Kareem has just 1 at-bat so far this season, but he has an RBI under his belt already. 2-2 pitch from Hertz. Fly ball drops in to center field. Flores plays that one too. So back-to-back base hits. A single for Martin has moved Carter from first to third. So runners in the corners at first and third with 1 out for John Guyot. Scott, are you still here? Wasn't Guyot the team home run leader last year? He's got 1 this year. But let's see. He had 34 last year. No, you must have had somebody with more. Although Rambo only had 32. Maybe he was. 2-0 count to Guyot. Hit hard on the ground to third. They're going to go around the horn, and they do. They get 2. 5-4-3 double play. And that one's on the shirt. 5-4-3 equals 2. There you go. Double play shirt. Thanks, babe. That was from Addie. It was Guppy, eh? And Guppy's out tonight. Is he injured? Let's check. Is he just sitting it out, or is he actually injured? Yeah, he's not even on the roster, so he must be injured. Yeah, I haven't had that much beer. Bubble Smith back to the plate. Sorry, his first plate appearance. Navarro on the mound. Smith grounds to up the middle, up to shortstop, but diving forward as Simmons makes the throw to first for the out just in time. And now it's Ramiro Flores with his first plate appearance. It's the 0-2 pitch. Navarro winds, delivers. It's a flaring line drive to right, drops in front of Martin for a base hit. Why is Rambo not playing right field? He's DHing. Who's Martin? Kareem Martin, 22-year-old, three-star potential guy. All right. Well, you got to do what you got to do. Flores at first after that single. Kian Matundu back up to the plate as we return to the top of the order for the Dragons. 2-2 pitch. Looks like Matundu had to dig for that one. And he grounds out to short. Double play, 6-4-3 double play. I'll show you the shirt again. It's the top one, I think. 6-4-3, boom, double play. Oh, he's fragile, yeah. True. Although right fielders, I mean, unless they're diving for a ball, it's not really a big problem to have a fragile guy in right field. Although when they got to make those long throws and they pop their arm right out of the socket, I guess that's bad too. Ricky Gonzalez will lead off the third for Chicago. Dusty Hurts pitching like old Dusty Hurts from back when he was on St. Pete's. That name doesn't check out. I don't think he was fragile when he first started. I think, the injury ratings can change depending on whether they get injured. So by the end of their careers, you'll notice some pitchers are wrecked after numerous injuries. It'll re-scout his injury profile. Anyway, Gonzalez bashes a double to lead off Chicago's third. Todd Simmons at the plate. Or it's just proof that baseball's a tough sport. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Hurts fans his second one tonight. And it's an 0-1 pitch to John Rambo. Lines out to short. Quick grab by Bubble Smith. Puts him out. And there's 2 outs on the board for Peyton Bint now. Bint batting .310. He has a pair of home runs, 9 RBIs to lead the team. Chicago was second in run scoring amongst the two leagues, so first in the Lake League as usual. Full count, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Hurts fans Bint on a fastball. It's a bit of a slow one, too. 91 miles an hour compared to some of them. That's a good question. There must have been 95-mile-an-hour pitchers back then, but I don't think, when I was a kid growing up through the 80s, other than the Dave Steebs and a few other hard throwers, Nolan Ryans, most pitchers were really just fat out of shape guys that had a few good curveballs or sliders. So I don't think hard throwing was common, but I could be wrong. I mean, Nolan Ryan, case in point. Sandy Koufax, I don't know if they had radar guns in the 60s, but Koufax was definitely a hard thrower. But definitely triple digits, probably not. Mid-90s, probably. Yeah, Ryan was a beast. How many no-hitters? 8 no-hitters? 7 no-hitters? I know one was against Toronto. Addy, thanks for the beer, me. And then there's that video, you can find it on YouTube, of him, who was it that he, as a 43-year-old pitcher, he threw a guy on the ground that charged the mound. Who was it now? I'm trying to remember. Oh, so long ago. Like I said, I've forgotten more about baseball than like, I don't know. I try and teach my son some of this stuff, and he's like, Kevin Pillar. I like Kevin Pillar. I do too, but. All right, he's no Kevin Kiermaier. Alexis Rosa at the plate. Lane Navarro pitching. Line drive to left field. Back to the wall. Chasing it down is Dixon. Robin Ventura. Thank you, Ben. That was Kansas City? Ventura or LA? And he was when he was with the Astros, right? Ventura charged the mound, and Ryan basically, as a 43-year-old, flipped him over, and that was it for Ventura. No steroids, no nothing, just a hard throwing guy from Texas. I think he was from Texas. Certainly played for both Texas teams. Here's Jim Hooper. Drops one into right field. Kareem Martin has it on the hop. Was it with he was at the Chi Sox at the time. Runners in the corners now, no outs for New York. Things are getting interesting. New York with a 1-run lead has a runner in scoring position, a quick one at that, and no outs. Corners are playing in. Here's Adrian Baudin. Full count to Adrian. Navarro winds, delivers, pitching out of the set position. The stretch. Fly ball to center field. We'll see if Rosa, he does go. No surprise there. Rosa, with a tremendous amount of speed, has scored run number 2 for New York. Here's Takaki Takahashi at the plate. Swing and a miss at a 2-2 offering from Navarro. He can't manage to connect. And that's strikeout number 4 tonight for Lane. 2 outs on the board. So a sac fly from Baudin scoring Rosa. Takahashi goes down and strikes. Thanks for the beer, me babe. DeSoto makes contact, bounces into center field. It's down for a base hit. Hooper moves to second. That extends this inning one more at bat. And here's Adonis Galloway. Navarro struggling. Now Ventura I could see being one of those roid guys. He probably thought he could take him. I'll take that old guy. I'm on roids. Ground out to shortstop to end the inning for Galloway. New York finishes 4 with 2 runs. We go to Chicago, still scoreless for the home team in their home opener. Rapid Bob Feller, as legend has it, threw a baseball through 2 pieces of paper separated by a specific distance, and they used a movie camera to film it and measure the number of frames it took. And that's how they calculated the speed of the pitch. Long before radar. Radar didn't come around until the 70s, right? So we really don't know with any certainty how fast people pitched before the 70s, I think. I mean, handheld radar. Obviously, there's radar. By the end of World War II, there was radar on airplanes, but I don't think anyone used it to measure pitches. There's the 1-2 pitch from Dusty Hertz to Mei Shan Lee. Check swing, strike 3, went around. There was no appeal. Matt Dixon now. Hammers this one to left. I don't think it's coming back. Extends to make the catch. Oh, he did. I didn't see the ball come down, but he made the catch right in the corner. He hit that one hard. But I didn't see what happened to the ball graphic. So I was a little bit worried. Rosa caught it in the corner out of view. From our perspective here in the press box. And that's 2 outs. Freddie Carter now. He takes this one up the middle, but right there was Matundu seemingly in the right place at the right time, and he scoops that one up and throws it to first for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning for Chicago, who seem to be struggling against New York, particularly their defense. But as we always say, Chicago's got a potent team and a potent offense that could break out at any time and anywhere in their batting order, as evidenced by Martin, Guillot, and Gonzalez due up with all of them with averages over 300 right now. Guillot with 8 RBIs to for second on the team, behind Peyton Bint. Here's Bubble Smith for the Dragons, leading off here in the top of the fifth. Swing and a miss. Navarro fans him. Rico with the beer me. Thanks, buddy. Cheers. Here's Ramiro Flores. 1-1 count. Navarro scoops that ground ball right back to the mound, throws it to first, and that is 2 outs. And here's Kian Matundu as we return to the top of the order for the Dragons with 2 out. 1-2 pitch. Tomorrow's Family Day here in Ontario, by the way, so it is a holiday. But as I work for the federal government, it's not normally a holiday. I had to book it off. The federal government doesn't give you a provincial holiday off. Ground ball to, so the equivalent for you Americans would be like if there's a state holiday rather than a federal holiday, but you work for the federal government, you don't get the state holiday off. I'm assuming that happens sometimes. All right. Bottom of the fifth, Chicago's up again. 3-2 pitch from Dusty Hertz to Kareem Martin right down the pipe, but it's a walk as it was low for ball 4. Below the knees, and Martin trots to first base. Here's John Guillo. 0-1 count. Still maintaining 10 viewers. I love it. Thanks for dropping in, everyone. Fly ball, Guillo to center field. Captured by Flores in his leather. And Martin stays put at first base. Now it's Ricky Gonzalez, second baseman. This one gets away from the catcher, Galloway, and Martin will move to second on the misplay. That low changeup will score, I believe, as a wild pitch. Yeah, if it hits the ground before it gets to the catcher, it's always a wild pitch. Otherwise, it could be a pass ball if it doesn't hit the ground. I think that was the way I learned. Anyway, Ricky Gonzalez will get another chance here. 1-0 count. Swats it on the ground as short. Played by Bubble Smith over to first. Martin stays put at second. Here's a 1-2 count to Todd Simmons. Hit hard over the head of Smith into left field. But Martin holds up at third base. One runner in scoring position. Simmons just singling to left field. Rosa with that gun of an arm. Martin was not going to test it. John Rambo up with runners in the corners, 2 out. Hits this one hard to right. I don't know what that sound was, but anyway, it happened right during a scoring play. Martin scoring on that John Rambo double, and Chicago's on the scoreboard. Thanks for the beer me, Addy. Simmons moves to third, 2 runners in scoring position. Strike 3 to Peyton Bint, and that ends the inning. But Chicago finally on the scoreboard after 4 innings of scoreless baseball. They get one in the 5th. It's 2-1 as we go to the top of the 6th. New York in the lead. Jim's got another nugget of history here. 1881 pitchers pitched from a box. It was 50 feet from home plate, which would increase a pitcher's velocity because natural resistance would slow down the pitch naturally. All right. Toe the back of the line of the box, which was made 55 feet from the plate. In 93, they moved it to the back of the line of the modern 60 foot 6 inches. All right. Yeah, I know they played with the height of the mound too throughout the generations, the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I think there were some changes to how high the mound was, if I recall. Higher mound, I believe it gives a pitcher an advantage. Lowering the mound actually gives the batter a little bit more of an advantage. So, top of 6. We're going to check the out-of-town scores again. Let's see. Ohio leading Montreal 5-1, bottom of the 6th. Toronto and Milwaukee all tied up at 6 apiece in the top of the 4th. Minneapolis leading Boston 5-1. I expect we'll see some good things out of the Minneapolis team this year. And if Chicago doesn't turn their ship around, the Ravens may even finish in first instead of Chicago. Miami leading Arizona 10-4. Nevada blanking Calgary 3-0 after 2 innings. They're going into the third. It's still early there. And the Washington, California, Houston, Seattle games are starting at 10:05. Boo, history. Not the History Channel. The year the pitcher was 68. That was after Koufax retired. He may have benefited from the high mound, though, in the previous seasons, I guess. Lane Navarro could use a higher mound here. He's got 5 hits against, 2 earned runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts. He's definitely striking out batters, but those 5 hits have been costly, and they've given New York 2 runs. Here's Alexis Rosa, who had a home run earlier today and has hit in every at-bat. Yeah, that's right. I forgot he did pitch a great slider, didn't he? That's why I started to try to learn a slider. Ground ball is second. Gonzalez to Bint for the out. My slider is more of an eephus pitch, to be honest. And I had to use it was a different arm slot when I threw it rather than my fastball. So if you read my arm, you could tell it was going to be a slider. But actually, my buddies would still have trouble hitting it. But, I mean, I had no velocity. I wasn't pitching in a league or anything, just sandlot stuff. Jim Hooper steps up to the plate. 1 for 2 tonight. He's got 8 hits this season, hitting .533 so far this year. Navarro sends one in there. It's a ground ball to first, misplayed by Peyton Bint, who fumbles it. And that will be a costly error as Hooper is now at first base. Eephus Oatmeal Stout from Left Field Brewery. I'll have to check it out. Is it available up here? Rico, you're from Toronto. Can you find that in the Lickbo or the beer store? And yes, before you guys laugh, you guys south of the border, we have to go to a beer store to buy beer in Ontario. That's not a thing in most states as far as I'm aware, although you do have dry counties. Thank God we don't have dry counties here in Ontario. Yeah. Can't get beer. Yeah. Yeah. County ordinance. No beer, no wine, no liquor. Like what? I don't know. Could be. That could be, yeah. Well, I mean, what's the average number of counties in a typical state down there? Some of the states are big. My dad went to Texas for work, and he said he was working in a dry county, so he had to drive like 20 minutes, half an hour to the next county. I guess you can fit probably about 30 or 40 counties in a typical state, so they're small. I think probably a couple towns in a county, yeah. 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 Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Greenwood and Gerrard, eh? Oh, so you're in the East End. I know that area. I bring my kids to auditions down Gerrard East. Actually, my son filmed a movie, a not safe for TV movie, in the old Gerrard Street Theater, in just before you get to Little India. Anyway. Couldn't buy alcohol on Sundays. That was the rule in Ontario, too, when I was a kid. Huh. That's funny. You know what? South Carolina, Jim, I think you could probably find distilled alcohol almost any day of the week if you know where to look. That's like moonshine country, isn't it? I got a ex-wife's cousin lives in North Carolina, up in the mountains there. All right, where were we? Adrian Beaudin at the plate. Hooper at first. 1 out. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 as Beaudin takes a walk. And that is the first base on balls given up by Navarro tonight. Second of the season. He's doubled his base on balls count. Yeah, I could see that. That probably had more to do with the types of characters that would roll around the junction in the 90s and earlier, 70s and 80s. Georgia has the most counties of any state. Huh. Legacy with the beer me. Thank you. Yeah, I think sometimes when you're driving from state to state, me as a tourist driving down to say Florida or something, you could close your eyes and blink and drive through 3 counties in some places, and then it seems like you're in the same county for hours in other places. Yeah, it's very variable. But the point is, some counties are dry. And then in Florida, you can buy beer at a drive-through. I remember I was on an exercise with the Army down to Stark, Florida. And by the way, I think there's a state prison in Stark. But anyway, we were on a minibus going into Jacksonville, and I remember looking out the window at this guy in a pickup truck just swinging the beer. And I asked one of the American guys in the bus, I'm like, is that allowed down here? He says, well, you can't drive drunk, but you can have open alcohol. I'm like, really? You can't do that in Canada. Jesus. Beaudin at first, Hooper at second, Takahashi at the plate. Strike 3 called. Navarro ringing, and Takahashi answered with a curveball he did not want to swing at. Caught the outside edge of the strike zone, and that's 2 out. Here's Xavier DeSoto. Jack Daniels is made in a dry county. You know what? That doesn't surprise me either. 1-1 count. Pop fly to the second baseman, Gonzalez, and that puts away the New York Dragons for the 6th. But they still lead 2-1 as we go to the bottom half. Mei-Shan Lee, Dixon, and Carter due up for Chicago. Dusty Hertz pitching a fine, solid 5 innings. Going for 6, 79 pitches down. Ground out to short for Mei-Shan Lee. Legacy, do you have enough spitters to check the scoreboard? I'll check the scoreboard. I think I checked it at the beginning of the 6th, though. I'll check it again. Ohio leading Montreal 5-1, bottom of the 7th. Toronto with a lead over Milwaukee 7-6. That's what I like to see. I hope it keeps up through the season. Minneapolis leading Boston 5-1. They're in the top of the 5th. I wasted your seeds on beering me. Thanks, Scott, for the beer me. Miami in charge of a high-scoring affair over Arizona. It's 12-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Miami's had a flurry of home runs there. Tosnia, Boyer, and Hart all teeing off on it can't be Reardon. Reardon's just in for 1 inning. Nevada still leading Calgary 3-0. They're only in the top of the 3rd there, but bases loaded for Nevada with 2 out. And Washington, California, Houston, Seattle, those games getting underway a little bit later. Oh, and we have an injury. Milwaukee's Alex Jeter has left the game with an injury. Back to the game action here in Chicago. 1 away. Matt Dixon at the plate for the Pitbulls. Hertz with the 0-2 count. Wines, delivers. Hard contact. It's going way back to the wall in the left field gap. That's going to be extra bases as finally Rosa digs it out of the wall. A triple for Dixon, an honest triple too. As it took a while for Rosa to get there. It really found the one spot in the left field alley where it was furthest from either of those outfielders, Flores and Rosa. So a solid line drive from Dixon. Freddie Carter steps up to the plate. 1-1 pitch. Hertz pitching out of the stretch. Fly ball to center field. Flores charging in to grab it. Will there be an attempt for home? No. Dixon holds up. Flores, not with the strongest arm in center field of any team, but certainly on the run, had the momentum with him. He was charging that fly ball. Dixon didn't want to chance it. 2 outs. Kareem Martin at the plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to short. Should be playable for Smith, and it is to first, and that is out number 3. So New York maintains their 2-1 lead after 6. That is true, Jim. Yeah, California with 58 counties. Those counties must be huge. Well, I mean, all of LA fits into one county, and LA's huge, isn't it? I mean, the whole city fits into one county, doesn't it? And it's a huge city. California is about, it's the same, it's actually more than the Canadian population. It's like 40 million people. I think it might even be more. 40, 45? I can't remember. Or is it twice Canada? Is it 60 million? No, because New York and Florida are the next 2 biggest states. That might be 60 million, Jesus. Ohio is 88 counties. I've probably driven through most of them just on I-75. 45 mil. Okay, yeah. So that's 1.5. Yeah. I mean, how do you describe you? I've never been there. Well, put it this way: LA's on the coast, and to get to Vegas, it's like a 6-hour drive, and Vegas is just on the other side of the border.
It's over 400 kilometers.
Yeah, 400 kilometers square is not big. Yeah, Toronto's population size of Brooklyn, just a no sleep till Brooklyn. Yeah, just a borough of New York. Sorry, where are we? 0-1 count. Galloway batting. Ground ball right under the glove of Navarro to short, but it's played by Simmons. The shortstop makes the throw to first. That's 1 out. Here's Bubble Smith. Does Wales not have counties? Wales. Addie's in full learn mode. Like a sponge. The UK also doesn't have any cities with straight streets. Like, there's no grid streets in the UK because the city's too old. I mean, the country's too old. All the cities were made when everything was like a dirt track. Nobody laid out there. But then all the British engineers that came and settled Canada and parts of the US decided, well, this doesn't make any sense. Let's make all the streets grids. Aha, there you go. 1-0 count to Bubble Smith. Hits it hard to right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Martin has it. Just the single for Smith. Yeah, the United Kingdom is a collection of countries. Yes, England and Wales are considered one country, even though they're actually 2 nations. And then there's Scotland and Northern Ireland. So it's the United Kingdom of Great Britain, which is Scotland, England, and Wales, as well as the Channel Islands. The United Kingdom of Great Britain plus Northern Ireland. That's the full legal name. And it was funny because I would get, when I worked as a customs officer at the airport, I'd get passengers describing on the customs card their nationality would be Scottish. I'd say, really? Where's your Scottish passport? It's right here, laddie. And they'd show me their United Kingdom passport. So, of course, it's like, well, you're actually British. That's what it says on the passport, British citizen. Ramiro, and of course, they'd grunt at me. Line drive to the alleyway and right for Flores. This has Smith rounding second, going to third, and 2 runners in scoring position for New York. New York having some fantastic success tonight against Chicago. Chicago in a weakened state due to their 3 injuries of 3 major players. And here's Lane Navarro pitching to Keon Matundu. Singles up the middle. That's going to score Smith from third. Flores holds up at third. And Matundu with a single, RBI single, has made it 3-1. Extending that lead slightly. Here's Alexis Rosa. Rosa, 2 for 3 at the plate tonight. Has a home run. That is where his RBI came from. Hitting .308 on the season. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Slices this one to second. It should be playable to third. It is, but Flores scoring on the play has made it 4-1. This is not looking like Chicago from last year. But again, their potent offense can break open at any time. Jim Hooper, number 97, the DH, steps up to the plate. Love that beard he's got going on there. That sort of tapered sideburn with the looks like an upside down spade for a beard. Here's the pitch, and Matundu going for third. He's in. He's safe. No, he's out. Carter gunned him down. It looked like Matundu might have been in, but he was tagged out. And so the Dragons are out, but they did get 2 more runs to make it 4-1. Hooper will resume his at-bat in the 8th. Dusty Hertz will pitch to John Guyot now. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Guyot. Makes contact out of reach from a diving shortstop, Bubble Smith, into center field, where it's retrieved by Flores, thrown back into the infield. Guyot is now hit safely in 11 games straight. He leads the Chicago Pitbulls in batting average, with .435 this season. And Ricky Gonzalez follows him to the plate. 2-2 pitch from Hertz. Down the third base line, underneath the glove of a diving DeSoto into left field. The throw back in quickly, but all of the base runners are safe where they are. Guyot moves to third. Gonzalez moves to second on a double. Who's winning the Daytona 500 anyway, Jim? Any big names that I might know from the last few years, or is it all new people? By the way, February 6th marks the beginning of the 70th year on the throne for Elizabeth II, Queen of the United Kingdom, Great Britain, and Northern Ireland, her other realms and territories, head of the Commonwealth, defender of the faith, etc., etc. Her most excellent majesty. Ground ball to third, throw to first, and there's one out, but Guyot charges home to score a second run for Chicago. Jeff Gordon, so far winning the Daytona 500 like it. I was a member of the Monarchist League of Canada, so I better get the Queen's title right. I've only met one member of the royal family in person, though. And of course, it's the one that nobody likes. No, I would love to meet Philip. He's hilarious. He's got the jokes. No, I met Edward. Yeah, no, yeah, he's the youngest brother. No, Harry's the youngest son of Charles. I mean the brothers of like the next in line. So Charles is youngest brother. Yeah. He's not actually. He's actually up there on the popularity list. People have mellowed after his marriage to Camilla. All right. So Gonzalez at second, 2 outs. Peyton Bint at the plate. Here's the full count. Paul Justice pitching now, by the way. I didn't notice that. All this talk of monarchies and whatnot. Serves up a walk to Peyton Bint, and here's Mei Shan Lee. Oh, you're pulling my leg, Anakin. It's not Jeff Gordon. He retired. 2-2 pitch. Mei Shan Lee hits it hard to center. Floating way back to the track. Caught on the track by Flores for out number 3, and Chicago very nearly turned the tables on New York, but they finished the 7th, still trailing 4-2. Gene Becker coming into pitch for the Pitbulls. Scott, your starting pitcher was on there a long time, Lane Navarro. You've turned off the pull pitcher as soon as a run is scored setting. Jim Hooper will resume his at-bat. It was so rudely interrupted after Matundu was thrown out stealing third base. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Hooper, who's leading off the 8th. Taps this one in the air to center field. Charging in is Mei-Shan Lee, makes the grab, one away. And it'll be Adrian Baudin up next. It's 0 for 1 tonight. I feel he must have had a walk though. So he's been around the order a couple times. Outside pitch on that 3-2 count. That's sinker, misses. And it's a ball 4. Gene Becker gives up a walk to Adrian Baudin. Here's Takaki Takahashi now. Full count, 1 away. Check swing, strike 3 to Takahashi. He was wearing a golden sombrero after 4 fruitless at-bats. Xavier DeSoto now. Actually, I don't know if he struck out on the golden sombrero. You got to strike out every at-bat, right? And DeSoto zings one, a bouncer into the right field corner for a double. Baudin checks into third base on that one. A stand-up double and 2 on, 2 out. Both Dragons runners in scoring position. By the way, we're expecting a team uniform update from the Dragons. They're still wearing their retro logo and their retro uniform. Chicago as well has their old logo on their ball cap. LOL Cat B for the Beer Me, thanks. Brexit ruined my chances at retiring to the Czech Republic. I have a UK passport. Home run, Adonis Galloway. 0 for 3 tonight. His first hit tonight is a 3-bagger. Sorry, a three-run homer, 4-bagger. 7-2 is the score, as New York really is running up against Chicago here. And that was a 2-out home run as well. So Gene Becker, definitely not shutting down New York in this one and giving his team a chance to catch up. Bubble Smith up to the plate again. He's 1 for 3 tonight. 1-1 count. Becker winds, delivers. Sent across to right field, but it's going to be Gonzalez playing it in shallow right. And New York's 8th inning is over, but they get 3 runs, all of them on that home run by Galloway. I can't believe it's got the snowflake next to his name. He just broke out, I would think, of a slump with a 3-run bomb. It is 7-2 as we go to the top of the 9th. Sorry, bottom of the 8th. Chicago up again. Matt Dixon at the plate. Paul Justice pitching his 2nd inning. Yeah, I looked into it. I don't qualify for Irish. I don't qualify for any other European nationality. But I do hold 3 nationalities, and I'm considering getting a passport for my 3rd one. If you haven't been around long enough. So I think last year I proudly announced that I had obtained my Jamaican citizenship. Jamaica man. So been there once in my life. But because my grandmother was born there, I qualify for citizenship. So there you go. Addy, thanks for the beer me. I am tri-national. And which is a good thing to be these COVID days. If this happens again when I'm retired, I think I'm taking Addy and we're splitting. We're going somewhere.
I don't have this.
You don't need it if you're with me, babe.
You're gonna get me in.
I'll get you in. Matt Dixon at the plate. 1-0 count. Hammers the line drive to left field. Bounces a couple times before Rosa plays it. It's just a single. Irish is a good one because Britain has always recognized Irish citizenship anyway as British nationality. So you have right of abode in Britain regardless of the EU. Here's Brett Abruzzo. I believe Abruzzo was a waiver pickup by Dustin, if I'm not mistaken. Great potential, too. Yeah, he was claimed off of waivers. He was with Jim's Nevada Speeders. And so he's still on that 1 year, $3.4 million contract. But one of the pickups that the Dragons made, they had to make a lot of roster adjustments because I think they claimed like 14 pitchers, or 14 players. But Abruzzo is going to pitch to Freddie Carter. And I've always liked Abruzzo because I believe he played for Toronto. Yeah, he played for Toronto for one season. I didn't hold on to him, and I can't remember why. Probably because he went 0-1 and had a 7.94 ERA after 14 games. But his 29 strikeouts was pretty decent. I think he just needs run support, and he's a good player. He's a good pitcher. Dixon at first, Carter at the plate. Full count. Abruzzo sends a pitch in. It's a line drive up the middle into center field. Played back in by Flores. Dixon goes all the way to third. And so Chicago, are they charging up, building up steam to run up a score here? Are they going to catch up to New York, or is this just going to be a flash in the pan here? Kareem Martin at the plate. Runners in the corners, no out. 2-0 count. Abruzzo sends it in, ground ball to short, and they go around the horn for double play, but Dixon scores on that one to make it 7-3 at the cost of 2 outs on the board. Smith, Matundu, Baudin, the third double play of the game tonight. John Guyot, a 2013 draft pick, 9th overall. He's had a phenomenal career since then in his early years, and I suspect he's going to be in the Hall of Fame by the end of it. There's a 1-2 pitch from Abruzzo. Swing and a miss, spans him. And the Pitbulls are out, but in the 8th. But they do get a run. It's 7-3. They trim that lead down to just a 4-run deficit. We're going to the top of the 9th. We'll check the out-of-town scores. I don't believe I did at the beginning of the 8th. So here we go. Toronto leading Milwaukee 7-6 in the bottom of the 8th. Minneapolis Ravens with a 7-2 lead over Boston, top of the 8th. Ohio finished off Montreal 6-1. I believe that splits the series now. They'll have a rubber match in Game 3. Nevada blanking Calgary 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th. California on the scoreboard now that the games have started. They are beating Washington 1-0. It's the top of the 4th. And these are the last. These are the late games. California, Washington, and Houston, Seattle. Seattle blanking Houston so far in the bottom of the 3rd, 2-0. 15-4 was the score for Miami over Arizona earlier tonight, and that should give Arizona their second loss of the season. They started the season 6-0. They would have dropped to 6-2 then. And thanks for the beer, me babe. You're just waiting for that timer to run down, eh? Back to the game action here in Chicago, where it is the home opener for the Chicago Pitbulls. We raised the banner for the Pitbulls earlier tonight, their Bull Cup championship. Their record-tying 5th championship was 2023. And they tied the New York Dragons, who are the only other team to have 5 championships in this league. We are only 35 years old, though. So 0-1 count. Gene Becker on the mound for Chicago. Ground ball from Flores to first. Plays it to Becker, covering the bag, and that's 1 away. Here's Keon Matundu, who's had some limited success tonight. A hit, an RBI. 1-2 pitch. Finds the ball, connects, and sends it to center field. Drops in for a base hit in front of Mei-Shan Lee. And Matundu is at first base with 1 away. How much for a snog cam? Well, I think all you're getting on a kiss cam is a kiss. We're not going to sit here spending time making out. Plus, that might earn us a a Twitch penalty of some kind. Oh, you got to subscribe to the OnlyFans. Just got to make money for school. It's her last year. Student loans got to get paid off. All right. Matundu at first. Alexis Rosa at the plate. 0-1 count. This is an inside pitch, but looks like Carter throwing to first to try to get Matundu off the bag, but he got back in time. Got some good laughs out of that one. All right. Full count, one away. Rosa connects to center field. Chasing it down is Mei-Shan Lee. Makes the catch on the run. 2 down. Jim Hooper now. 2-0 count. He connects. It's going to drop in for a base hit to right field. Played on one hop is by Martin. And Matundu slides into third. He's safe. The throw came in, not in time. Runners in the corners, the 2 out for Adrian Baudin. Alex Rivera, by the way, was a pitching change for the last out. Just noticed it now. So he came up before Hooper. Got Rosa out. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Baudin. Check swing. He went all the way around. He chased a bad pitch, and that is it. The Dragons had 2 base runners. They didn't score. So they're going to have to be content with a 4-run lead going into the bottom of the 9th. And to be honest, with Chicago, that is not a big lead. But will it be enough tonight? Ricky Gonzalez on a typical game. That's not a big enough lead to make most teams comfortable against Chicago. But it might be enough tonight. Ricky Gonzalez at the plate. He's had some success there too tonight. 2 for 3. He's hitting .357 this season. Brett Abruzzo pitching fine on the mound, but he gives up a big smacker to Gonzalez. It's back to almost to the track and left. Played by Rosa. It's an out. Really connected on that one. I want to check the weather here. Where's the wind? Wind's coming in from center at 10. That might have something to do with some of these big fly balls not making it out of the field tonight. And it's more than one tonight. Todd Simmons now. 1-2 pitch from Abruzzo. Winds, delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Abruzzo rings up his second batter of the season and of the night. John Rambo, 2 away. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Dragons have ended Chicago's attempt at a sweep, because I believe they took the first game. 7-3 was the final. Perhaps someone else. Oh, no, wait, this was the first game of the series. So, yeah, they opened the series with a loss to New York. Duh, that's why we were doing this one. It was Chicago's home opener. Dustin with the beer me. Thank you, Dustin. Good job on that 7-3 win over Chicago. Both teams now at 4-3 in their respective divisions. Chicago falling to 4-3. Dragons improving to 4-3. Winning pitcher tonight was Dusty Hertz. Goes to 1-1. No save for Abruzzo as the New York Dragons had a 4-run lead. The loss goes to Lane Navarro, who pitched 7 reasonably good innings with a game score of 50. Both starting pitchers, almost equal in game score. But the big thing for both teams, I think, no injuries tonight. That's always good. Dragons, 7 runs on 12 hits, no errors. Wasn't going to celebrate this one until it was over. Yeah, you never know with Chicago. The Pitbulls, 3 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. I believe that error was Peyton Binter Gonzalez at second or something. All right. We'll check out the rest of the finals from day 2 of tonight's sim. We got 2 more days to sim. No more play-by-plays, though. We'll zip through those ones. Oxen 6-1 final over the Metros. 8-6 was the final for the Nomads over the Hops. Good. Toronto improves to 4-4. The Ravens down the Brawlers in a big lopsided 11-2 victory. Dan Kimbrough with his second win of the season. 0.63 ERA, so he's doing quite well. In the Metro League, it's Miami 15 over Arizona 4. Calgary does come up with a couple of runs, but it wasn't enough to stave off the Speeders. 9-2 for the Speeders. They had 5 runs in the 8th inning. Troy Catley picks up his second loss of the season. And the Titles down the Freedom 5-4. Salts down the Oilers 3-1. Both teams there at 6-2. All right, we'll advance to day 3 of tonight's sim, April 10th. And just as a reminder, I am simming Thursday as well, which will be the first game of the series for some teams. Some teams it'll be the third game of the series to finish off a series. But it is a 4-day sim. That won't be the case every week, but there's more than a few weeks where the 4-day sim will end on the game 1 of some other series. All right, we'll quick sim April 10th and see how everyone fares. By the way, the updates should be coming in the Slack channels, hopefully. All right, the Oxen down the Metro 6-3, and both teams now tied at 6-3. The Pitbulls come up with a win over the Dragons, so they split the series so far 1-1. There'll be a rubber match coming up. The Hops down the Nomads 5-4. And the Brawlers come up with a win over the Ravens, edging them 10-9. In the Metro League, Calgary with a huge win, 13-5 over the Speeders, just their second win of the season. It's a badly needed win, too, I think. But very lopsided win. Mendola Torres with 2 home runs. Omia Torres, by the way, had 50 home runs last year. He was the Metro League leader. So he's homered for the first 2 times tonight in this game against the Speeders. Miami Storm 10-6 winners over the Arizona Cowboys. Tom Demita up to 4 home runs. Tom Demita had 4 home runs in a game last year. He set the Bull League record. I can't remember exactly when it was now, but I think I put it on the 2023 season wiki. Freedom blank the Titles 3-0 on a 3-hitter, and the Oilers come up with another win, 8-6 over the Salts. And they improved to 7-2. They are the only team with 7 wins currently. And we'll do Thursday, and then that will be all we write for the night. Hope you guys enjoyed your Valentine's Day sim. I know Addie and I did. I treated her to mocha and cheesecake and her favorite pasta, which, guess what her favorite pasta is? Does anyone know? Can anyone guess what her favorite pasta dish is? If you get it on the first try, I might even gift you a sub, to be honest. If you can get it. Of all the types of pasta out there, and no, it's not lasagna. I can't cook a lasagna. I've never tried. No, Rico, not lasagna. It's a tough one to make properly too. I've only made maybe about 50% of the time made it properly. Stuffed shells is a good. That's a good one. I've seen the recipes for it. You can stuff them with different things. I haven't tried that one. Mac and cheese, no. Although the daughter, her toddler, does eat mac and cheese quite a bit. Fried chicken. I like fried chicken, but it's not a pasta dish, Anakin. All pasta is good pasta. There you go. All right, let's quick sim through this one. So it's a series start for Toronto and Montreal. Chicago, New York is playing a rubber match. Ohio, Milwaukee, I think, is that a series start? Or no, that's the rubber match there. Calgary, Miami starting a series, and Seattle, California starting a series. Baked ziti. You know, I think I've seen ziti. I've never actually made it.
Ooh, it looks good. Oh my god, it looks really good.
It's a weird pasta. And it is typically baked too, I understand, yeah. Spaghetti Bolanero, no. That's a good one. We did have that the other night, though. We had that last night. Just spaghetti bolognese with just with meat, with tomato sauce, rather. Oh, I know.
going on here.
Dragons beat the Pitbulls in the rubber match 12-2. Huge ravioli. Nope. Gnocchi. I can't cook gnocchi. I've never tried. Nomads beat the Metro 6-5. And the Oxen down the Hops 14-9. What else do we have here? Calgary edges the Storm 7-6. Torres and Omiya with home runs there. So that's a 2-1 sim for you this week.
Ugh.
2 wins. And the Salts 2-1 winners over the California Titles. You guys give up, or are you still guessing?
Actually, just poked yourself in the eye.
The puppy squeaked. It was humorous. So we finish tonight's sim at Friday, April 12th. Linguine with what though? I mean, anything you can make. I'm talking about like a full sauce. I mean, linguine is the good pasta, but I mean like a pasta dish, what you cook it with. My favorite pasta is puttanesca. I like puttanescas, but she won't eat it because it's got. She does like Alfredo actually. Puttanescas, the way I make it, there's lots of capers, there's anchovies, there's onions, there's chili pepper, there's garlic. She doesn't like the capers and anchovies. Alfredo, yeah, I've made Alfredo for you.
Close.
It's very close to an Alfredo. It is sort of a white sauce. You guys are getting warmer. I've had some trouble making Alfredo from scratch. I just use the jar. It's easier. But if I've mastered, well, I haven't mastered this one. If I'm capable of making this one, I should be able to. Yes,
You got it.
you got it. And that was your no, that wasn't your first guess. I might just gift you the sub anyway. But you did get it indeed. Carbonara, and it's so simple. Like honestly, just bacon, eggs, cheese. That's basically it. It's like breakfast on spaghetti. Yeah, carbonara. Do 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 do. All right, so here's your standings after tonight's sim. Montreal on top of the Lake League East, and 6-4 is their record. The Dragons half a game behind at second place, 5-4. Nomads 5-5. Brawlers 4-5. The Ohio Oxen unbelievably are in first place in the LL West. We haven't seen them in first place in that division in I don't know how long. Dylan would be ecstatic if he saw it. The Pitbulls 5-4 with a winning record. Ravens 3-6, and the Hops 3-7. Over in the Metro League, the Oilers leading that division, the East Division 7-2. Miami Storm 4-6, the Freedom 3-6. The Calgary Inferno just a half a game behind the Freedom 3-7, but they are on a 2-game win streak. The Seattle Salts 7-3. Cowboys just a half a game behind them after losing 3 straight. The Speeders, indeed, out of the basement, Jim. 4-5 is your record, and the Titles drop to fall to 4-6. It's still early days, folks. It's only the second week, so don't get too caught up in.
That's his wife.
What's that?
Did you know that's his wife?
Who?
LOL Cat B.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Gamer's wife.
I did not know that.
They're both watching together. That's why he said a woohoo of the seller, because she was trying to figure out what.
Oh, okay. I did not know that, Jim. I was trying to figure out is LOL Cat B like a GM? Which team do they GM? But anyway, there we go. Welcome. And now I'm trying to figure out how. There we go. 1 second here. Wait, who am I gifting this to?
You gave it to Deep
Oh, I buggered that up. But anyway, well, welcome. Congrats, Dustin. Now I got to figure out how to. Congrats. All right, this should work. I highlighted the correct name.
No! Ray!
It's not very clear on the chat how to do this. How did I gift Legacy? I might have to do this like offline because I have no idea. How the heck do I do this? Here we go. Okay, here we go.
Did you get it?
I think it was gifting the first two randomly. I think that's why I clicked on gift a subscription and it just gifted two randomly.
Like Oprah.
You get a sub, you get a sub, everybody gets a sub. I'm not Oprah, I can't afford that. But here we go. How do I? Oh my God, where did that now? Hold on, I got to bring this over to the other screen because it's cut off at the bottom here. There we go. All right, for correctly guessing Carbonara, even though it was your second guess, there you go. Now you have a sub. Congrats, LOL Cat B. And well, two other people benefited from my inability to get this correct. So Legacy and who's the other one? Dustin. Yeah, Dustin and Legacy with free subs for the next month. Congrats, guys. More than happy to help out. Even though it was unintentional for you, you two. Anyway, thanks for correctly guessing that. And I'll be paying my PayPal bill later, I guess. Where were we? Okay, so great sim tonight, by the way, and we'll check the news reports to see how things are progressing. Did you lose every game against them last season? No. Did you? You did a fine job beating them tonight, though. That's for sure. All those waiver wire pickups and roster moves and taking my huge salary players and other people's huge salary players has paid off, Dustin. Hopefully, you can afford to keep that that dog. Hopefully, you can afford the to balance everything. John Guyot hit his 200th home run this sim. Don't know where that puts him in the leaderboard. We can check in a second, but 200 home runs. I know that's not a big achievement compared to Major League Baseball. Keep in mind that a lot of our sims, or a lot of our seasons before 2019, there was no 162 game seasons. So that was the first year we played 162 games. So that's pretty good. Hitting 2 home runs is pretty good. Dong Kyun Kim from Seattle has extended his hit streak to 20 games, so now there's a news report on it. There's no news reports if it's under 20 games. Donald Diamond in Calgary has suffered a torn UCL, ulnar collateral ligament. He will be out for 11 months. That's one of your starting pitchers, babe.
Who is it?
Donald Diamond. So you lost a starter. We'll have to take a look and see if you have a replacement. But as we always say, right, Scott? Next man up. Next man up. You got to have someone else ready to get in there. Washington lost a center fielder, Lowell Woodford. Oh, he's pretty good too. Came from Boston. He hit 30 home runs a season for the last 30 plus home runs a season for the last 5 years, and he's going to be out. Let's see, a torn flexor tendon. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. and 6 months. So he's gone for the season. So whoops. Other than that, though, not a bad sim. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here, put the league file up, and see you guys on Tuesday night. Don't forget to drop back in on Tuesday and watch the progress go on. By the way, I am logging all of the broadcasts on the wiki, so I can kind of even out which teams get covered during the regular season. So if you look at the wiki, I think if you type in like a list of 2024 Twitch broadcasts, you'll you'll send me one. You've got a man here.
No, I'm a pitcher.
I'm bugging you. Yeah, if you check out that list, you'll see all of our broadcasts. I started with spring training for the 2024 season. You'll see which teams played who and whatnot, which ones were broadcast anyway. That way I can make sure I'm giving fairly equal time to everybody during the regular season. All right, that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining us. And until Tuesday, that's Bull Baseball. I think we're going to skip the rates tonight. It's pretty late. But again, thanks again for everyone for stopping in. Bye. I'll put the league file up shortly too, so just watch for that update in Slack.